Hello and welcome back to another episode of Infinifactory. Ah man. And yeah, I just got a tip while launching the game that platform blocks do in fact not count towards the block count, which I already suspected that was the case, but yeah, that should make it, I mean, maybe not super easy, but that should be one good thing to keep in mind when trying to optimize for block count. For now, I guess we'll just start with this. There's not much else we have to do right now, so yeah. Let's see, do I know how the controls work still? I took a little break, like the first 3 episodes were recorded in relative proximity. Timely proximity? Time-wise? I don't know. Yeah, but this one is like a few days later now, so well, yeah. 3 days later, I guess. Oh, we need to rotate things now, okay. So we have a rotator block. Yep, clockwise and counterclockwise. Sweet. And I guess it matters which way you're facing because the output needs to be with that thing on the outside. For both of them, alright. And we only have the one input here. And what's this? Interesting. That's what that is. What is that?
Hello. If you're listening to this message, I want to congratulate you. You made it this far, and that's really saying something. The name's Floyd. I was one of the first human abductees, so that makes me a bit of a geezer. I was picked up back in the summer of 1976 from a little town no one cares about in Illinois. I wasn't even 18 yet. Those were, interesting times. In almost 40 years, I've learned a thing or two about our gracious hosts. I kid, of course, but they're really not that bad. They're just, insensitive, you know? They think humans are useful. We're good at making stuff, and they don't want to do it themselves. Easier just to have us do it. I've picked up a bit of their language here and there. I can't exactly speak it, since our vocal cords don't really work in the same way. I've made some approximations of their language. Earth is something like garga. Yeah, it kind of sounds like you got a frog in your throat, but, you know. It's not much use, but it's given me something to do in the past couple of decades.
Alright. Interesting, interesting. I'm already working on a solution here, as you can probably tell. Wait, how far does it rotate? 90 degrees, or does it rotate... It does rotate 90 degrees, right? So assuming that this puts the thing on the thing, which actually that might push it off. Let's just let it run and see what that does. If that just attaches it, or it just attaches it, sweet. So that would go there, and then for everyone that goes here, we want one to go over here and get rotated. So we need a sensor somewhere, somewhere here, and that obviously connects to the pusher, and then the pusher pushes. That's probably too close. We need to work on the spacing here, but that's the basic idea, I think. And we just do this. Obviously these are all wrong. And we need to rotate twice. So how much space is there in between these? That's like 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah, that's too early. Oh, they're welded together. I didn't even realize that for some weird reason. That didn't occur to me at all. Okay. This is all too close together then. How did I not see that? That is very interesting. So we'll just push this back a bit to make it right here, I think, and then worry about the other part of that later. Wow. Great clicking right there. Sensor goes here. Obviously we want to connect that. Is that close? Yeah, I don't know. It might still be too close. Actually, no, that's perfect. Alright. Let's just get rid of everything. Alright. Get rid of those two. Alright, so this gets pushed here. And then I want those to rotate. Which you can do actually right here. Doesn't really matter where we do it. And then we need this one to wait for that one. Which we can relatively easily do by just doing this, right? If I make this one here and then this one here, then we just need to go over one, right? No. That's gonna push them too far. We need a platform here, right? And then that, and then just above here. Wow. We weld facing down. Sure, let's try this. See what's wrong. If anything. Oh, they stop. Oh, they're facing the wrong way, I guess. Wait. That is interesting. So the other one... Wait... Yeah, no, they still don't move. That is... interesting. Yeah, the problem is now that this second one here gets there before the first one of those gets here. That's something I didn't consider. Can we... That's very interesting. From this diagram thing, I assumed that it would just still move, which doesn't make sense, I guess, because they're just rotating, but still. And I have to rotate before they get welded together. Which makes this an interesting issue. Because I can't convey a conveyor from the top. Basically, they don't have. I can see actually, but they don't have like the belts at the bottom, and I can't turn them around, and I can't use these upside down either, or like from the side to rotate. I'm still kind of confused as to what the arrows mean. I guess it's like, okay, this is counterclockwise, and the other one is clockwise. I guess that makes sense. No. Wait, is it enough delay? No. It's not. We need another one. But that no, I can't do it here because that would throw off the timing. do it here? Doesn't matter. Should be okay. It's very interesting. It's an interesting puzzle, I guess. Yeah, that works now. It's not super efficient in any way, but it works. So I'm fine with it. Actually not bad for the footprint, and cycle score could be much better, obviously, because we are wasting a lot of cycles early, and then it's just slow. Very slow. We're always storing 2 blocks basically on both lines, which can't be that efficient. What would probably be more efficient in that sense is if I rotate both once, then weld them together back to back, and then rotate them once when they're stuck together, because then I can move them while, like, after rotating, because if it's not a one piece, if it's a 2x1 piece and I rotate it, I can have a conveyor belt where the other piece is at, like next to the rotator, and then I can get away with only storing one of each, I believe. So that would be my idea right now to optimize the solution, but I don't care. I don't care enough, I should say, to do it right now. We'll come back to this. We'll come back to some optimizations for sure, but for now I'm just fine, you know, playing these puzzles one by one. Rotators are used to rotate groups of blocks. They have pressure-sensitive surfaces which trigger rotation when blocks are placed on top. They reset when all blocks are removed, allowing them to trigger again. Both clockwise and counterclockwise variants of the rotator are available. Yes. Landing alignment lights. Okay. Okay, that's a very interesting area. Was that last one like that too? I didn't really look around, but it was kind of rocky like that, right? It has more crates though. It only has the one big crate. And we're not seeing dead bodies anymore, we're just seeing these record player things.
Floyd here with a few pieces of advice. Firstly, stop thinking you're some sort of victim. As my dad would say, you can be a victim or a survivor. He was a war vet and hard as nails. We're not the only ones they've abducted. Now, I've seen at least 2 other alien species. This whole situation, well, it's nothing like the TV shows. It's all much more mundane. Second thing, don't try to fight them. I've seen others freak out and get themselves killed. I've seen people try to sabotage things. And I tried that too for a while. When they hit me with that cattle prod, I learned my lesson. It's not worth it. Think about it. Here you are, out in the middle of space. You need them far more than they need you right now. If you're like me and have a sense of self-preservation, you'll do what they tell you, even if you don't understand what they're saying. So, make yourself useful. It'll make your life much easier.
So this one actually looks really tricky, just to begin with. I just want to look at the rates here. Now they all spawn at the same time. Okay, so what can I do with that? I could weld them all together right away and then rotate them as I see fit. Because this is one big continuous piece, right? I need them all welded together, right? I think so. I wonder how... Yeah, big things like that, I'm not sure how they work in terms of welding. Do I need to weld them all piece by piece, or does it not matter? I don't know. Let's just weld... Oh, come on. I can't click today. I suck at clicking. And obviously we'll make this out of platform to reduce the footprint. And actually this won't work because it's too close. Alright. Oh wait, where did it spawn? No, it would have worked. I'm stupid. Disregard that. So now I have one continuous piece, and going over here, like this is looking at from this side. It's red, and then like red blue. So we need red blue, blue red, red blue, blue red. So I want to rotate the first one, I think. Also, since this is all welded together, we don't need that anymore. Let's just do one. And let's just move a bit to have some space. Down here it looks like we have more space. Alright, so we want to rotate the first one. Oh, this is interesting. Just gonna make it stop. Yeah, that's an interesting issue to have. Huh. I think I can do it, but it's gonna be messy. So I'd like to think about it some more before I start really doing things here, because I think I can maybe improve the solution before even implementing my first ideas, maybe. I don't know. So if you like rotate here, then it will stop here and be stuck there. It will rotate this way, which means it will rotate back. Oh, and then it's gonna get pushed by the thing. Yes, it will, right? Let's see that. Oh, it can't rotate big pieces? Really? Why not? Do I need to have 3 rotators for that? That would not make sense at all. Wait. Okay, there was just not enough space for it to rotate here. Yeah, there wasn't enough space, that was the issue. Right. That makes sense. So if we put it here, it should be fine, right? And it actually does get pushed by the conveyor, so that's very nice. The thing is, I'm like, okay, we need to go up one, I think, with all of this, because I want to be above this lever here. So I'll just do this and get rid of all of that. Do we need platforms underneath these? Oh no, they're attached to the wall, I think, so it would have been fine. I'm pretty sure. And then we just do 3 again, right? And then another sensor? Rotate, I mean. That works, kind of. And then I can just have a... Ah, come on, it's not this button. So this is gonna rotate it like this, out there, and then this is gonna push it here, and if I just have a conveyor here, it's gonna take it back again. Now I just need to work on pushing these others on another lane in order to alternate. Yeah, so I need a sensor somewhere. I need to think about this because the sensor's gonna block me basically. If I don't pay attention to where I put it. If we put it right here, it's gonna be in the way. So I need another block of space here, I believe. Oh no, it's actually not in the way. Yeah, because it rotates there. Sweet. It's like I thought about that, and I didn't. That's nice. And then we just need to push her somewhere here, maybe? Not sure if that's lined up or not. Let's see. Oh, but now the cable's underway. So we need to go below here. No. No, in there first, I guess. Okay. Oh, but this... Wait, is that gonna work? Like a charm. Okay. This goes here. And this guy gets pushed here. And I just need to all connect together somehow. It's gonna be one of the more interesting things, I guess. Let's look at this actually. Oh no, that's gonna take it. I need to get rid of these. Oh no, it's gonna fall. So many things I keep forgetting. Okay, they're almost lined up, but not quite. We need... What do we need to do here? Nope. I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Does that make sense? What did I do there? Yes, it does kind of make sense, okay. But actually, I think we want this to be up, not down. I'll get rid of all of these. And we'll need a thing. Okay, and now we just need to get them all together here. One, 2, 3, 4. First one, second one, third one, fourth one. So I guess this has to be the conveyor, right? It takes it out this way. And then it just needs to... Wait. Go in... Wait. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's gonna be all here. And then I need to push it in a bunch. Right? So the first, the leftmost one is going to be here, and it's going to get pushed here. No, that's not how that works. How did that work? Ah, man. I don't remember how this really works. This very effective, like, rotating thing. Is it one more now? It has to be, right? Nope. And then I just need to weld this thing somewhere. I'm actually not sure how to do that. I think we'll just... See, that's another thing I'm not sure about. Is this gonna weld them together or not? We'll see, I guess. It did. Sweet, so this is it. What a great solution. Actually, I'm somewhat proud of this. It works. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not a terrible solution, I guess. We could get the cycle score down more. I don't know how, really. Is that just by... I don't know what adjusting the input rate does. Maybe that's how you... But that just... I don't know. I don't know anything. And footprint score-wise, I don't know how we could really reduce size with this design. Block score, I guess I could save some stuff somewhere. But it's not bad, it's not bad. I'm happy with that solution. It looked a lot messier in my, like when I was trying to figure it out. I was trying to picture the solution in my mind, in my head. It looked much messier than it turned out to be. Okay, I guess we'll look at this one more. I didn't read the title. I keep doing that. Okay, there's a body again. Is that... What's his name? Floyd?
Well, Floyd again. That's 19 bodies so far. Quite a few more than usual. The overlords must have abducted a lot of people this time around. I've seen more dead humans in the past 2 weeks than in the last 10 years. I listened to their recorders, but they didn't say much. Most died of starvation or dehydration. This one got a snag in her suit, lost her air. Bad way to go. When this all started, we were put in groups of 2 or 3. That didn't work out too well, though. There was lots of talk about revolt or escape, like we were soldiers or something. There were 2 of them, Mary and Bill, who were just so antsy. They disappeared on one job. Wonder if they're still out there somewhere. I just didn't see the point. Disobey and they just throw you into space. Whoosh! Right out of the ship. Anyway, it wasn't long till we were all separated. Never saw those rebels again, or much anyone else.
Trying to think how to make this shape here. Not sure yet. I think this is not a bad start. If we, I mean, well, this is not gonna, it's not welded together yet, so it's not gonna do much good. But if we weld all of this together here, then I rotate it like this, and then get the next piece like, that's not gonna work. While making the 3 white pieces relatively smoothly, but I don't know how I would get the extra 2 on that then with that design here. I guess I could have this welder here instead. Well, no. No, that's not gonna work either, because now they're not gonna attach that 3rd one. What is that gonna make actually? But can't rotate like that. Why not? That's interesting. Good to know, I guess. No. So this is an interesting start, but it's not gonna do me much good, I'm afraid. Because there's no way to get that 3rd thing attached then. Or 4th, I think. Yeah, 4th, not 3rd. I mean, I could have like a conveyor going back. Keep hitting R by accident. Like this, which would let me attach the 4th one, and then would push. What would happen then? Let's look. Yeah, looking at it is more. See, that's interesting. Can I use that somehow? I really don't think I can. Because that pushes the 3-1 back here, and the 4th one gets attached, but it doesn't push it out. It just gets attached here. And then I have 1, 2, 3. Oh no, here. 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. And I can't like have this thing do that either, because then it's gonna move before it gets attached. Which obviously is not gonna be good. And then here it's gonna be going in, getting these two attached, and then rotate. Get these two attached and go in. I think that's relatively easy. It's just to have that, yeah, this shape, the plus shape set up beforehand. That's the tricky part, kind of. Kind of. I really wish I could get at least the 4th one attached here with this setup. That would be really nice, but I don't think it's possible. Because I would need a conveyor somewhere here to push it out, and that's gonna mess up the start of this thing. Because now it's gonna rotate and then it's gonna go off. Or it's not gonna move at all, right? And I can't have this anywhere else, unfortunately. Three rotates here. That pushes it in. And then I can only move it here and nowhere else. And I also still need, yeah, I probably need a pusher to get at least one of them out to attach it on the other side. Unless I can think of a way to make it... So that didn't work, right? That didn't let me do it? When the rotator was in the welder beam? Okay, that does work. See, so that's interesting. Because now we get one here, two goes here, and it rotates. The third one goes here. It's very interesting. It's not very helpful, I think, unfortunately. Because if I do this, it's just gonna move away right away. Those are not close enough together to... I can make twos like that, which doesn't really help much. Wait, what is this gonna do? I'm just doing stupid things. I should end this episode. I'm not getting anywhere here. That's not a very good solution. It's kind of funny though. Wait, where did that end up? Actually, let me see. Can I pour this out somehow? No, I can't, right? It's... The 2 goes here. The thing is that I can't, it doesn't push here, that's the problem. What if I have a conveyor here? It's gonna stop there anyway. Oh, but then it doesn't rotate because it gets pushed right away. Right. And then I can't have a conveyor here. Because that would just push it away right away. Actually, it did go back once, but that's not really good either. Because now it's just, yeah, this is not it. Ah, I feel like there's like a smart way to do this, like this. Not exactly like this, but somehow like this, with just rotating the pieces and pushing them back. But I can't see it. Is the other rotator? Is that the other rotator? Yeah. No, we'll do this in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.